I'm Vi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we're gonna be discussing my new tattoos. Ooh. Close. This one. So, my tattoos are of my two kiddos. My two snakes. I have two corn snakes, Harriet Houdini and Gobi of the Sun / Gobi of the Sands, depending on the day. It switches in between those two titles. But yeah, I finally got my hands done. They're finished. For the longest time, I left my hands, or the back of my hands rather, blank because I just didn't know if I was ever going to fill them. And then I got inspired, believe it or not, by the snake emoji. And I was like, I really like the artwork for the snake emoji, the most recent one. And then I was like, what if I had the snake emojis on my hands, but as my kiddos? So that's where that idea spawned from. I also am an occultist practitioner of serpent magic, aka a snake witch. So it seemed fitting to get both of them on my hands. And now that that space is filled, I feel relieved. I always do once, you know, there's another piece of art forever tattooed on my body. And now, the thing is now is that I'm like already thinking of the next one. And let me just tell you, I can't wait until I fill up all the areas that I want to fill up, because your girl's tired, bro. Like, I go into these like strange, not strange, but I go into these periods where I'll get tattoo fever after like 3-4 months of not getting tattooed. I'll get tattoo fever, and then all of a sudden, like, I need to get tattooed. Like, now, like, let's get this ball rolling, right? And then after 3-4 months of getting tattooed, I get tattoo fatigue. And then I'm like, all right, I need a break. My body needs a break. My wallet probably needs a break. Like, I need a break. So I'm in the middle of tattoo fatigue now. Actually, these ones were like the last on the list so far, but again, like, my brain automatically goes to like the next tattoo that I want, but I'm like, I need to stop. I need a break. Let's just cool our jets, you know, take 3 months off and, you know, reset, right? So yeah, I got these guys done on Saturday by Michaela at Glass Street Studios, Tattoo Studio, in the Mall of New Hampshire in Manchester. And we had a good time. Like, you know, she's pretty chill. I'll probably go back to her for more work. She said to contact her after like a month, because we're probably gonna have to touch up the kiddos, because first of all, hand tattoos, I guess, don't last, which is understandable. Like, you use your hands the most out of all your body parts, I would assume. And they're also like done in light colors. Like Houdini is all like reds and oranges and like light pale colors, and then Gobi is like all these like sandy wheat colors here. I love his little expression. He's my grumpy boy. He's grumpy looking, grumpus, but like he's very sweet, very well behaved. I love him. I also love Houdini. She has it that Mona Lisa smile, like always. It's cute. But yeah, so I've been tattooing, or I've been getting tattooed rather. Words, they just don't come sometimes. I've been getting tattooed since 2014, so almost 7 years now. It'll be 7 years this month, actually. I think the 25th. I don't know, but I just remember it like March 25th or March 24th. That Saturday was when I got my first tattoos, which were actually my sharks. This is Bonnie. This is Judith. They were my first tattoos ever, which is like kind of like a no-no in the tattoo world to get your hands done first, because, you know, job security and all that, and it's just kind of not done, or it shouldn't be done rather, like as far as tattoo etiquette goes, because they're so visible. But you know, I assured my tattoo artist, James at Grim North at the time, that, like, you know, I'm secure in my job, like I was gonna be fine. And then, you know, he had nothing to worry about because I ended up getting, like, you know, like I'm like half covered at this point. So yeah, I mean, what made me decide to get tattooed? Like, oh man, I've been thinking about getting tattooed since I was like 10, and I credit this to Yu Yu Hakusho, the anime series, the manga, and the character Jiganshi Hiei. He is my favorite. He will always have a special place in my heart. Hiei has inspired my wanting to get a tattoo, or tattooed in general. He started off my journey for me. Or he's the reason why I started my journey. Well, one of the reasons. He inspired my want for my red contacts. He inspired my goth phase in junior high. Yeah, it was like I was 12 or 13 in like the 8th grade when I decided to go through my goth phase that I never left. At one point my closet was like 95% black clothing, and then slowly, as I got into high school and college, slowly I introduced color back into my wardrobe. But yeah, I give all the credit to Hiei because he's my favorite. Like, Yu Yu Hakusho was my first like serious adult anime, I guess, or more like, you know, other than, because before that it was like Pokemon, Digimon, Cardcaptor Sakura, and those are like more geared towards like the younger audience. And then, you know, going into shonen anime geared towards like teenage boys. Like, yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho was on Cartoon Network at like on Cartoon Network at like 11:30 during Toonami. Bro, I'm aging myself, but like that was like the shit. Like, that was like the golden times for anime and cartoons in general. I'm just like, what happened? I miss it. But anywho, yeah, so tattoos, man. Oh, it's been a long journey. Like I said, 7 years. I started March 2014. And it's still going. I mean, I started my tattoo list, like I said, probably 10, 11 years old, 6th grade. I remember clearly sitting in my math class, just like telling my friends, my classmates that sat around me, like, yeah, I want this tattoo, because, you know, Dragon of the Darkness Flame was badass. Like, I totally wanted that tattoo at 10 years old. And I kind of did end up getting a dragon tattoo, not the Dragon of Darkness Flame exactly, but he evolved into a she, and I got a water spirit dragon instead, and she is my pièce de résistance. Like, I drew up that tattoo. I went to Stina at Grim North and I was like, I want this. And to date, that tattoo is probably my most painful. I do, it's gonna sound strange, but I do better on like bone than I do on muscle when it comes to tattoos. My shin was like no problem, but my calf, oh girl, whew, my calf sucked. It sucked. Worth it definitely at the end, but ugh. And then like she had to go, it's like my dragon is around my calf, so like she had to like constantly move. And like, if you know anything about tattooing, or if you've ever been tattooed, like it's easier if your artist stays in one spot and then gradually moves on and doesn't come back to that original spot or that past spot. Oh my goodness, like she had to like, we had to outline it, and then she had to fucking go through and pack color into it, and it's just like, oh boy. But yeah, to date, my water dragon's probably my most painful tattoo, at least in the back, like in the calf area, because when she went over my chin it was fine, but the rest of it was like And then later I decided to get filler. Because like my left calf was starting to fill up like pretty like tightly, and then my dragon was kind of feeling empty in comparison, so I ended up getting a ship's wheel and some rope to tie to the anchor that's on my foot, so it all like looks like one piece. This year, or like the end of last year, but relatively recently. And again, because she had to like move around, oh man, that rope was painful, but it's over. It's done and over with. I don't have to think about it probably ever again. Maybe for like a maintenance session down the road, but for right now, I'm good to go. I'm good to go. As far as like progress on my body, I have my lower legs are pretty much done. I do have a couple of filler spots that I need to do and schedule appointments for. My arms are pretty much done except for like the inside of my bicep. Because I'm not looking forward to that. That's gonna suck. My thighs, I have the back of my thighs done. I have my left thigh, the side of it is done. I'm waiting to fill in the right thigh, the side of it, with an artist in Rhode Island, but right now due to COVID and all that stuff, that's probably not gonna happen for a while, which is fine because I'm fatigued. So yeah, the inside of my thighs, again, I'm not looking forward to. I want to do my neck this year as well. My this décolletage area. I want to get that done. If not this year, then perhaps next year. I have like the top of my back done. So I definitely want to do my back as well, probably either this year or next year. My sternum, I finally decided what I wanted on my sternum. My dream is to go to see Laura Anunnaki in Mexico City, but I don't know when that's gonna happen. Probably next year again because of COVID. And like, I got fully vaccinated luckily through my job, so I'm not worried about me, but like, just, you know, in general with like guidelines, travel guidelines, and quarantining when you go or coming back, like, I don't want to fucking deal with that shit. So when that's lifted, when, you know, the majority of us who want to get vaccinated are vaccinated and we kind of have some kind of herd immunity, yeah, that's when I'll probably book a trip. Hopefully she'll stay in Mexico City when I decide to make the trip, but if not, I'll just have to wait until she comes back, because she goes to like tattoo conventions around the world, so who knows what she is gonna do, but fingers crossed that eventually I'll go and see her somewhere. I've never been to Mexico, so it'll be quite the new experience for me. I'm planning on going with a friend of mine from work who loves to travel and like is like on top of like planning itineraries and shit. I'm like, and I told her actually today, I was like, girl, get ready, because I'll give you a date and you just let me know, you know, you're gonna have to help me plan out this shit, and she loves to do that shit, so I think I'm in good hands with her on that. But yeah, let's see, what else do I want to talk about in regards to tattooing? I've spent so much money on tattoos. I mean, let's see, if I do the math real quick, how much have I spent so far on tattoos? I keep track just for funsies because that's who I am. Let's see, going into my notes, I've spent about $18,321 so far. Let's see, divide by 7 years, so that's like $2,618 a year, which isn't too bad if you think about it. So divide that by 12, that's $218 a month. Divide that by 4 weeks, that's like $54.53 a week. Divide that by 7, it's about $7.79 a day, which, I mean, considering they're like lifetime investments in myself and in art, not a bad number for me. So, but yeah, I try to not go to, you know, subpar artists. So like, I love all my tattoos. Well, maybe not. I like all my tattoos. How about that? I like all my tattoos. So I think it's worth it to me. I know it's worth it to me. And now that I'm like so deep, like it's like I have to follow through now. It's like I've started my tattoo list, like I said, probably since I was 10. Like, my water dragon tattoo was, let's see, 10, it was like 13, 14 years in the making, because I've wanted that tattoo for so long. What year did I get my water dragon done? Let's see here. Let me check. Here it is. she was finished 2017. So, it was 17 years, actually. Yeah, it was almost 20 years in the making for this tattoo. Was it 20 years? No, it was... I can't fucking do math. 2000. Yeah, it was... yeah, it was almost 20 years. 17 years. 17 years. Holy shit. That's crazy. But... And then this year, I finally finished it. So yeah, it was like 20 years in the making. Holy shit. That's crazy. Totally worth it, though. She's gorgeous. Love it. Love her. Yeah, I'm halfway through my list. The list that I've been accumulating since I was 10. It's ever evolving. Every time I think I'm like, you know, checking off another idea, like there's something that inspires me to add another one on the list. But eventually I'm gonna run out of space. I can't fucking wait. Oh my god. The day I run out of canvas is the day I'm gonna probably cry because oh my god, I just kind of want to be done. I'm like, when you get tattooed in your like early 20s, which is when I got started, like 23, 24, you're like, yeah, you know, you're all excited and your body is like, you know, still, you know, still young and like will bounce back easily. I'm in my 30s now, y'all. Like I love tattoos. I love getting tattoos, but again, I'm in fatigue mode and I'm just like, I don't want to be babying tattoos right now. Like, when you get a tattoo, you have to baby that thing for like at least a week, you know? And, you know, depending on how you heal, like, oh man, it takes like bare minimum of a month for that tattoo to settle into your skin. Like, you can't take long baths, you can't be exposed to the sun for long, you can't fucking do anything, you know? Like, quick showers definitely for like the first week. Oh man, like, oh. Let me tell you, I love me some Saniderm, I love me some Tegaderm, Dermalize, that sucking skin adhesive stuff, because tattoo artists have told me that I have good quality skin to get tattooed, like to be tattooed. But as far as healing goes, especially in the wintertime, oh, it's a hit and miss, y'all. Like, nothing is worse than having your tattoo get all craggly and scabby and mountainous, and oh my god, because like, I'm that type of person where like, I will pick at stuff, so it's really hard. It's really hard to hold yourself back, number one. Number two, even when you do hold yourself back and the scabs fall off, there's no guarantee that the ink under it will heal properly. So that's why I love me some Saniderm. Like, it sucks for people who are like allergic to adhesive or the material that Saniderm, Dermalize, and Tegaderm are made out of, because oh my god, if I didn't have it, I'd probably cry. Like, because you're guaranteed to need a touch-up from your artist if you don't use Saniderm, at least for me, because like, if you're just like doing the whole like, you know, saran wrap for the first day and then taking it off, cleaning it, and using ointment for like the first 3-4 days and then switching to lotion, like, it's just a hit and miss for me. Like, when I get a new tattoo, I'm always excited when my tattoo artist will wrap me up in Saniderm. I mean, it's okay if they don't, because I have a roll of Tegaderm that I ordered off of Amazon in my bathroom, so I'm good there. But like, what you have to do is, whether they do like the regular, you know, medical bandage and saran wrap, or Saniderm, Tegaderm, Dermalize situation, whether or not they do either or, you still have to clean it and re-wrap it when you get home. I like to take showers at night, so when I get home from a tattoo appointment, I will hop in the shower, you know, gently wash my tattoo with soap and warm water, gently, just enough to get like the plasma, the excess blood and ink off of my tattoo. I will, after my shower, I will pat it dry with like a clean towel, preferably like a paper towel. Just pat it dry real nice, and then I'll let it sit there and dry more. I'll let it sit there and air dry while I'm taking care of everything else, like moisturizing the rest of my body. And then I'll take my Tegaderm, cut it into the appropriate size, and then stick that bad boy over the ink. And I will leave that on for 3 days max. Because, I mean, sometimes you can get away, if your tattoo artist uses Sanaderm, or Dermalize, Tegaderm, or whatever, if they use it and like you find that like it's not, like it'll last at least through the night, I'd wait that day, but you'd still have to change that first wrapping out after 24 hours, you know what I mean? Just because like tattoos, especially tattoos that are packed with ink, whether it's black and gray or color, it's going to weep. It's going to what's the word I want to use? It's going, the excess fluid, the blood, the plasma, the excess ink is going to pool in the bandage or the Sanaderm. So, like, and you want to try to keep your tattoo kind of dry. It's weird. It's like a weird balance between like keeping your tattoo moisturized enough to not dry out, but like also like not drown it in ointment too. Anyway, but that's like the traditional way of healing a tattoo. But the thing is with Sanaderm, like once you change out the first bandage, and you put on the second bandage for, like I said, like the next 2-3 days, depending on when you changed out your bandage, it will help prevent your tattoo from getting crackly, like I said before, because there's the holes in the bandage are small enough to like collect any of the weeping, any of the, like the excess liquid, but large enough for the air to pass through, which is good for the tattoo. And then when you peel it off after, like on the 3rd day, the tattoo will take off that first layer. It's gonna take off what would have been the scab with the bandage. So all you're left with is the ink that's going to settle into your skin, which is really nice. Because yeah, avoiding that crackly bullshit is like #1 priority. You can do it the traditional way if, you know, you go with the saran wrap ointment route. It's just that you're gonna have to be on top of that ointment reapplying situation like very often, and like I don't got time for that. My attention span is just like meh. So yeah, I do the ointment after I peel off the Sanaderm after the 3rd day. So yeah, I leave Sanaderm on 3 days max, and then day 3 and day 3 and 4, or even 5, I do ointment. And then once the tattoo is going to start to like become kind of flaky and peely, at that stage I switch to lotion. White unscented lotion is best. And then, yeah, and then once it starts to flake off, that layer, it's gonna reveal like a shiny new skin layer, and then it's gonna peel again. That layer is gonna peel again, and then you'll get a healed tattoo, hopefully, under all of that. So yeah, tattoos are a lot of work. Tattoos are a lot of work. After that first week, and then into the second week, after the shiny new skin layer peels off, you're gonna have to keep moisturizing into week 2 and 3, and then like I said before, after that, yeah, you're still gonna have to like keep an eye out on it. Keep it clean, keep it dry at that point. No sun, no pool time if it's the summertime, no long baths until after week 4, just to be safe. I mean, all this information, your tattoo artist is gonna probably explain it to you, like either verbally, or they'll give you a pamphlet, or it's gonna be on their website or whatever in their aftercare section. But yeah, and people, you know, different people heal in different ways. This is just what works for me. I love Saniderm. I don't know what I'd do without it. The only downside to Saniderm or any like second skin adhesive bandage is that like on the edge, if your tattoo's in a high traffic area, like it bends, like it's in a bend or whatever, the Saniderm will like rub against the border of where it stops, and you might find like that it left a mark after you peel it. The mark is temporary. However, if your skin is anything like mine, my skin is kind of like, it likes to hold scars. Like I said before in one of my previous makeup videos, like acne is a problem in and of itself, but like the scar it leaves behind is the real issue. My skin likes to hold that kind of thing. It takes a long time for it to go away. So don't panic if you find a mark left by the bandage. It's gonna go away in a couple months, hopefully, but it's not permanent, depending on how your skin is. So, but yeah, that's the only downside to Saniderm as far as I'm concerned. I mean, yeah, like I'm really tempted like day 2 to just pick off the Saniderm, but I'm like, don't do it. You've learned your lesson from before. Don't do it. You have to wait until after day 3, a full 72 hours, and then it's safe to peel it off. But yeah, what else did I want to talk about as far as tattoo goes? Should probably mention that, like, as of right now, I have, I think 62. I have 62 tattoos so far. 14 tattoo artists have worked on me. I already said that I've spent over $18,000 on my ink, but that's over 7 years, so again, not bad. Like, it's, what did I say, $7.79 a day for 7 years straight. I mean, it's not bad. I think that's it as far as tattoos go. But yeah, if you have any questions, or if you have any, you want to know anything else about my tattoos, leave a comment down below. I'm actually thinking of doing like a tattoo lookbook at some point. I wanted to do like kind of like a boudoir tattoo lookbook photo shoot eventually, but I think I'm gonna wait until like the majority of my ink that I want is on my board. Definitely gonna wait until my sternum and my neck are done, and probably my back. But yeah, so that's probably not gonna be for a while, but I think I could probably do like a up until now tattoo video, like go through all of my current artwork. And yeah, I mean, if you're interested in that, let me know down below. I think that's it. I can't think of anything else that I want to say as far as tattoos go. I guess that's it. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. And yeah, until next time. Joop joop.